Welcome. So today I'm going to be speaking about anger, intense energy. It is by far one of the scariest things that human beings have to face on a daily basis, because sometimes we don't know how to control it. We may feel like someone could get angry at us and could hurt us physically, emotionally, mentally. It's scary, anger. It's like a volcano that can explode in your face and destroy you. So how to deal with it, how to be in relationship with it in a way where you're benefiting from it, where you're not actually a victim of your anger or anybody else's anger. So this is what I'm going to address today. And I just want you to just, take a moment to just feel into your own anger. Like, where is your anger in your body and what's it about? Like, what makes you pissed off more than anything? And how do you deal with that? When it comes up, do you run? Do you hide? Do you try to just avoid it? Or do you face it? Do you share it? Do you express it? Do you get it out and throw it and vomit it onto people? How do you deal with it? And what's the most enlightened approach to anger? That's what I want you to think about, is what's your personal, most enlightened approach that you've ever had and that you've ever seen, you can even imagine that you could have with your anger. So we'll deal with your anger first, because once you deal with your own anger, then other people's anger is understandable, because you know what it takes to really process your anger and to find peace with your anger, so you can have a little bit more compassion for other people when you see them pissed off, and you say, oh, well, I know what that's like to be stuck in that hell. So to deal with your own anger is the most important thing. It's just key for your own empowerment in life, because this is, I guess, would say the golden secret. If you wanted a golden secret, this would be it. To really welcome the fire that's inside of that energy, that angry energy. Like, welcome it. Do not suppress it. Do not express it. Just breathe into it. Just feel it. Just like that. It's as easy as that. And you'll see that there's a real sweet little technique I'll teach you here, is don't implode it on yourself and don't explode it on the world out there. Find the middle path. Find that third side of the coin where you're in between these worlds of throwing the anger inside or throwing the anger outside. Okay, this is the enlightened path to anger. Okay, is welcoming this fire. It's just fiery energy. And when you welcome it, you can alchemize it. You can change it into something passionate that you want to do with your day, with the world. You can make amazing things happen when you channel that fire into a creative project, into a creative relationship, into your finances. If you're blocked financially, if you're struggling financially, it's because you're not really taking that fire and putting it to work. You may be exploding on yourself or your husband, your wife, your kids, or whoever. And it's like finding that third side of the coin where you're not throwing the anger out there or you're not throwing it in there. You're just sitting in the middle of the volcano and breathing in the fire, like a fire-breathing, dragon-like volcano, and just awake, totally awake. And the anger wakes you up. That's its purpose, is to give you energy to bring you into this understanding that, well, what's anger? Well, my ego's angry. My ego's not getting satisfied. Well, the ego is never, ever satisfied enough. So you're never going to satisfy it ever. So why get angry that your ego's not satisfied, right? So it's kind of pointless, but we always forget that our egos are never satisfied. We always think, someday I'm going to be satisfied if I, get them to love me or get this money or get this whatever in the world manifested, then I'm going to be happy. Well, it never, ever is satisfied. And this is a whole nother topic, but just to kind of shorten it up, it's the reason the ego is like this is because it forces us to find that which is always satisfied. That part that is not looking for any sort of fulfillment in the outer world is already at the source of fulfillment on your inner world. And so that's the whole purpose of an unsatisfied ego, is it pushes you to find that spiritual path. Which is great. It's a divine setup. The world is a divine plan. The universe is absolutely highly intelligent in every way. So as far as anger is concerned, take it with absolute love, welcoming, just let it in as if it was like the super rocket fuel for your life, and treat it that way. And you'll see that, in the beginning, it's going to be challenging to find that third side of the coin, but give it about 21 days. 21 days before you give up on just breathing into it, welcoming it, being centered in the eye of the storm, not expressing it, not imploding it, but just feeling the fire of, and then just, you can just let it burn away your ego, because that's kind of what it's there to do, is just to shred your ego from all of its attachments and desires and things it needs, and it's desperate and blah, 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 and it just goes on relentlessly. And thank God there's some fire to, clear out the cobwebs and get rid of and purify all of this intensity that, is happening. These extremes we pull ourselves to. So the anger is the extreme. And it's, the thing is, it's interesting, but you're never going to really get rid of something. You don't really want to get rid of it if it's giving you energy. So that's the thing, is you'll get rid of the fear of it. You'll get rid of the part of the anger that is negative. That won't impact you anymore. Okay? Just the positive anger, which is really passion in disguise. And that's what you're going to pull out from this amazing vortex of energy that will fuel your life. So yeah, all the secrets are hidden right in front of our eyes. The secrets are so well disguised. They're so close to us that sometimes we don't see them. It's like looking at your own eyeball. You can't really see your own eyeball unless you got a mirror. It's so close to you. And that's the same thing with this passion to create and manifest whatever you want in your life. It's right here in front of you. It's in this fiery emotion that is passion, excitement, joy. It all comes from getting in touch with your emotions, and anger is one door that can take you there. So it takes practice. I'm definitely not a master of my emotions yet, but who knows? Maybe the third side of the coin will just fall into itself, and yeah, anything's possible. So thank you for listening. Be good to yourself. Enjoy.
You have to let it all go. Fear, doubt, and disbelief. Free. You are.